welcome to Artline Indy. My name is Michael Anthony Adams. I'm the arts reporter for the Indianapolis Star, and today we are lucky enough to be here in the Indianapolis Museum of Art. We are here with Leslie Anderson-Perkins, David Hochoy, and Mariel Greenlee. How are you guys doing today?
Very well, thank you.
That's,
Very well.
That's good to hear. So let's get right down to it. So, David, we're here in front of a Georgia O'Keeffe painting, and your new show, you've taken inspiration from this
Correct,
painting.
Michael. So this is a beautiful painting by Georgia O'Keeffe. It's called Jimson Weed, and it inspired me to create a ballet called Heart of Joy, and it's one of the pieces that we're going to be doing.
Now, there's a Theodore Roshak that's on the other side of this wall
That's
that
correct.
we'll cut to. So what about that painting?
So the other painting is very, very different from this one. It's called Girl at the Piano, Recording Sound. And it's very surrealistic in a certain way. It's the picture of a girl. She's sitting at a piano and she has a recording machine. And it's a very mysterious painting to me because her expression is very quizzical. You don't really understand if she's sad, or is she asking a question, or is she dreaming. So I felt inspired to create a piece that kind of solved these questions.
And Mariel, you are the principal dancer in the show?
I'm one of the many principal dancers in the show, I suppose. There are many soloists throughout the entire evening. Jill Godwin is the girl at the piano. And then all of the other dancers play characters, figments of her imagination, her mother and father, her brother, her sister, her teacher. Some of us are nice, some of us are very mean.
So are you nice or mean, or what's your character?
I'm one of the good guys.
Okay, all right.
In that, and then in Heart of Joy, there are many different solos throughout the work, and as David said, it's very sweeping, very rich, generous movement. Lots of the dresses that we dance in are very large skirts that sort of inflate to the size of a spread out tablecloth, kind of like the shape of these flowers. And they, bend and flow with us and against us. So.
And the show will be here at the IMA, correct?
Yes, that is correct. And that's what's wonderful about our collaboration with the IMA, is that they are leaving the galleries open until the curtain goes up on the show. So on the nights when the curtain goes up at 8 o'clock, patrons can come before the show and they can look at these paintings, and then they can come down to the Toby Theater and then they can see the dances that they're based on, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of doing it.
Leslie, can you talk a little bit about the collaboration with the IMA?
Well, I think it's a wonderful idea. There's a very long history of artists being inspired by dance. And actually the Roshak painting is about essentially a performing art, but you see it as an example of visual art. So this marriage, I think, is appropriate, and it had existed in the past. These dances were performed earlier.
And Leslie, what's your role here at the IMA?
I'm a curatorial assistant in European American painting, sculpture, and works on paper.
Okay. So is Georgia O'Keeffe's your specialty?
My specialty is Danish art, but I dabble in American as well.
Have a certain love for
publish
O'Keeffe?
articles in American art as well.
Mariel, how does this painting, affect your performance? What do you get out of this painting that you can use on the stage?
You kind of feel like you're dancing in it, I guess. Like you're the brush, I guess.
That's interesting. That's an interesting way of looking at it. So, and with the Roshak painting too, do you feel a sort of connection with that as well?
Yeah, it kind of, you're really inclined to dance, and also the pairing with the music, you're very inclined to dance in a somewhat confrontational way, the same as the painting, the sharp edges and lines. It's slightly more staccato movement compared to this one, The Heart of Joy with the Georgia O'Keeffe. And so it's a lot more, it's a different kind of powerful. It's a more forced, controlled, muscled kind of powerful, as opposed to coordinated.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for joining me on the show, and I really appreciate your time, and good luck.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. See you next time.